There we go. There we go. Thursday, 31st of October, we're on our Zoom call. Thank you very much to everyone that has joined. Some people are new. It is exciting for us to share our journey that we've had with LifeWave with you, in the hope that you can have success, you can have results, and you can live a better life. Okay. Now, I know Amanda's going to put on the slides now, but I have to introduce myself and my story. I'm Stef. I live in the beautiful, beautiful seaside village of Sedgefield in the Garden Route here in South Africa. My journey with LifeWave started just over 3 months ago. And that was due to the fact that I had major league issues with my legs, specifically my knees, which the doctors really begged me to go lose some weight so they can do a knee replacement. And yeah, me being typical male, didn't listen to them, and I just picked up more weight. And over the years, my knees started getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Hello, Joanne. And it got to a point where about 4 months ago, at that time, I was mostly couch-bound. I didn't want to walk. Everything was painful. I was in constant pain from the moment I wake up until the moment I wake up, until the moment I wake up, through the night, wake up because of pain in my legs and stuff. So, luckily, I have a very good friend called Amanda Ice, and Amanda introduced me to LifeWave patches. I patched my knee, and 10 minutes later, the pain in my left leg was completely gone. Half an hour later, my right leg was completely gone. Been wearing the X39 Aeon patches basically consistently for the past 3 months, and IceWave patches for the pain when I need them. To be very honest, I haven't used the IceWave patch now for 3 weeks. I'm still mobile. I don't have pain in my legs anymore. We were on holiday. We were at the Kruger. I could walk with my daughter and my granddaughter along the fence. Something I never would have done in the last 3-4 years. So for me, that was a major life-changing thing that happened. I got my zest for life back again. You know, I'm not afraid to walk. I'm not afraid to get up. I can go pack the car on my own. I don't have to get my grandson to carry the stuff. I can go meet my friends at the driveway, go down the steps and up the steps. Where previously I would just sit and wait for them to come into the lounge and shake my hand up and say hello. So that is my main story. There's a couple of side effects and stuff that have been better. My general well-being, mind, brain fog, all those things are gone. I'm focused again, and I've got drive again because I'm feeling better again. And yesterday I was back in gym again after the holiday break. So it's nice at the age of 63 to get your life back again. So
life-changing.
It is, absolutely. Yeah, my daughter, who hasn't seen me for 7-8 months, saw me 2 months ago and said to me, Stef, you looked old when I saw you last time. Now you are looking vibrant and young again. And so yeah, that is grateful, something I'm grateful for every day. Awesome. Okay. So what's up next, Amanda? We're going to start the presentation.
Start the presentation. Just give me a second.
I will.
I always struggle with this first part of it. Oh, getting better.
Go. That was all not right. A struggle. That was quick. Most important question. We ask people, have you been patched yet? And then people look at us very funny, or they see the patch on our hand or neck and say, what is that? Have you been patched yet? And then I tell them that these patches will elevate, activate, and regenerate your body and you. Now, David Schmidt, he is the CEO of LifeWave. He's also the inventor of X39. Current date, over 150 patents. He is not a doctor. He's a scientist and an inventor. And his main focus was on age reversing. Something a lot of scientists look at. And David made this his big thing is to look into age reversing. In 2008, he started focusing his attentions on stem cell research. And just to clarify a little bit, stem cells are those things that fix and heal and grow your body. When you're babies, there's a lot of them. When you get older, you start losing them. When you're 30, you've lost half of your stem cells. When you're 60, basically all of their stem cells are gone. That is why we're getting old. That is why wounds take longer to heal. This is why we're getting gray hair and wrinkles and lots of stuff. So he started focusing on stem cell research, being part of his age reversing process. This recent patent of X39 took 10 years and a whole $4.5 million to bring to market. It's a lot of money, a lot of time, but a lot of research. And then this research of his was patented, the products were patented. Now, some people don't understand really what goes into having a patent. A patent is not something you just get. You really got to do absolutely the scientific work, the research, the maths, everything needs to be done and it needs to be on point. And the big thing is about these patents is that, and I'm going to read here, it is an apparatus that causes a beneficial effect, at least by providing phototherapy to the human body, and for example, in some embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptides, which is in our bodies, including the activation of stem cells, that's a very important part, improvement in energy, elevation of antioxidants, big word that health and wellness people throw around a lot, reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvement in stamina, the elevation of collagen production, and collagen is a massively important part in our bodies. It's not only for our hair and nails, it plays a vital role in helping us stay healthy and such. And then improved wound healing. Now, you know, when we were kids and we had a scratch or a cut or whatever, it would heal actually quite quickly. But the older we get, the more difficult it is for those wounds to heal. And this is where the X39 and these patches and these patented patches and stuff comes in. So the X39 stem cell activation patch is a wonderful invention. So small little white patch, and it looks insignificant, but it actually does major work. So let's go back to the stem cells. As I said, the fewer stem cells you have.
Sorry.
No. The fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age, and the slower you heal. Spoke about getting old and gray and wounds healing not so lekker when we're old. Now, there are hundreds of millions of people that have effects of old age and experiencing those symptoms. At the age of 30, only half of our stem cells are active. And as I said, at the age of 60, basically none of them are active. X39 is a proprietary form of phototherapy. Now, phototherapy is an interesting thing. And think back, you will know that we need sunlight to produce vitamin D and various other things. Humans need sunlight. Plants need sunlight. Animals need light. When a baby is born and is sick, they put him under lamps with light. So phototherapy has been known to be a massive form of healing for our bodies and making our bodies work. These little patches have got patented nanocrystal technology. Nanocrystals, minutely small technology, minutely small crystals. And what they do is they reflect the light from our bodies back into our bodies. And that is to activate certain things to happen inside our bodies. The patches are non-transdermal with no drugs, chemicals, or stimulants. And that is a very interesting thing. There are absolutely no drugs, chemicals, or stimulants. And it is non-invasive because you put it on top of your skin or just on top of your clothes if your skin is sensitive to the patches. Next slide, please. What are the benefits of X39? Well, A little while back, I watched Mel doing a presentation, and it still blew my mind when she lifted up her arm and said, "Look at my muscles. I started getting muscles, increased strength, restored muscle and skeletal conditions, reduced inflammation, increased stamina, energy and vitality." I told you earlier in my story, I've got my drive back, mental clarity, brain fog that's lifting. Improvement of sleep. A lot of people struggle with that, and we need proper sleep for our bodies to heal, for our bodies to rest, so we can be active at optimum levels. And other interesting one, and this is mostly for the women, but trust me, there's a lot of men that like this, improved skin appearance. I think it was about a month after I started wearing X39, quite a few people that know me very well wanted to know what was going on. Why am I looking radiant? Why am I looking better? And I mean, I'm old and grey. I'm 63 years old. I'm not supposed to look young and radiant. People are telling me, Stef, there's something interesting going on. What's going on? So yes, improved skin appearance. And with the X39, we achieve optimal health, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, which is great. Right, next slide. Now, we spoke earlier about the patents and that there's a lot of research and stuff that's got to go into this. This is one typical topography map, a brain scan that was done. There's a lot of them. We're using this one as an example of a 77-year-old woman that had X39 placed on the back of her neck. Now, in session 1, before she started using X39, you can see that red, yellow, and orange. That is inflammation in the brain. And if you're a doctor, you will understand that sign there, that scan says there's a lack of brain coherence. 3 weeks onto X39, brain was scanned again, session 2. No more red, no more orange, a little bit of yellow. The inflammation was gone, and major improvements in the brain coherence. And then 6 weeks on X39 at session 3, there's been a complete turnaround. Better brain coherence, absolutely no inflammation. Now, it was noted that when she came in, her brain was hyperactive, and by the time of her second visit, her brain was a lot calmed down, or has calmed down a lot. And after wearing X39 for 6 weeks, her brain remained calm. As I said, one example of lots of them. X39 long-term results, and there's a lot of case studies on the website. This is itinfo.com, and we're going to refer to that website again a little bit later. In the first few days when you start wearing X39, 4,000 genes begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, your brain will become balanced. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased. And something that was quite important for me, because I've had a quadruple bypass 9 years ago, within 6 months, your heart reverses in age. I went to gym yesterday, and I just want to share this. After my quadruple bypass, my heart rate, which is for humans supposed to be 72, is a normal heart rate for humans. My heart rate was normally around about 96, 94. But then I struggled to get it over 120 no matter how hard I exercise. Sometimes I really push it, I get to 130. Where most normal people will get a heart rate up to 160, 170 fairly easily. Yesterday, when I sat on the bicycle and I checked my heart rate, instead of the normal 94, 96, my heart rate was 82. And I will see next time when I go to gym what's the case. So that was just an interesting observation. 3 months in, maybe my heart's doing a little bit better, we'll see. So X39 is not anti-aging, it is age reversing. We spoke about the patches that we patch. Where do you wear the patches and how do you wear them? 12 hours on and 12 hours off so that your body can repair and rejuvenate. The nanocrystals activate and they start breaking down after about 14 hours. You can either throw the patch away after the 12 hours, they put on a new patch after the 12-hour rest period, and then when the slide says you can wear more than one at a time, there are a range of patches for for various symptoms. The X39, X49 are the two main patches, but specifically X39. You'll get something like Ice Wave for pain relief, Aeon for inflammation. So you can wear a Ice Wave and the X39 and the Aeon. X39, Aeon, and the Ice Wave, all depends on how you want to do it. And a very, very important thing is drink plenty of water and make sure you're getting these things called electrolytes, because then the patches work better. There we go. X39, that little patch is very easy to explain to anybody, but it is such a sophisticated little thing. And I've been on this journey now, as I said, for a little bit more than 3 months. I've listened to a lot of testimonies. There's some absolutely amazing testimonies coming out from people, and emotional ones, and especially when you start seeing the difference it makes in people that are really very, very sick, has really got serious conditions, and you see the improvement over 3 months, 6 months, 9 months later. And that is the wonderful thing about X39, and this is why I love being on these Zoom calls and love sharing this with you, because these little patches absolutely work. Right. I said we're gonna talk about that website again. You want to do that later?
Yes, sorry about that,
Okay,
Stef.
no problem. Okay, so that is my story. I'll stick to it. I am happy. I'm here. Gonna hand over to Amanda. Thank you, Jane.
Thank you, Stef. I think we are now at the place where we are going to ask people for their testimonials, and I can see Joanne is ready to tell us something, and we are eager to hear Joanne. And please, Marinda, Hester, anybody else? Oh, Hester wouldn't. She's one of our guests, but we'd love to hear your results, please.
Thanks so much, Amanda. It's lovely to be here with you today. I was having a quick late lunch, and so I couldn't be seen earlier, but I'm fed now, which is great. I'm into my 5th week of being on X39, and I must say it's quite, and you'll see I'm wearing it here. I've had a bit of an allergic response to the change of season. I think there are some pollens in the air, and so suddenly I had postnasal drip for the last 2 days, and so in the middle of the night I woke up and my throat was on fire, and I could feel the inflammation right from my lymph nodes up into my ears. I actually wanted to cry. I thought, what do I do? And I put on an Aeon for the first time, and so I had it on the back of my neck, and then I moved it to the front here. And then after it had been on for 12 hours, when I got up this morning, I put an X39 here. But it was amazing. In a short while after having the here, not anywhere else, I noticed the pain easing so that I could go back to sleep this morning. It's still here slightly because I know I'm nasal and I can actually feel the post-nasal drip, but certainly the pain has lessened dramatically. And it's such a relief, because it's this time of year when I could develop a flu if I don't handle this now. So it was really great. In terms of my journey from the start, I had all the fabulous vitality, the amazing deep sleep, and the brain clarity. That was the one that surprised me the most. I realized how much stuff I had juggling around in my brain, and it just seemed like a whole mishmash. And it feels a whole lot better every day now. I did have very painful feet, and I think it was due to medication giving me a form of arthritis in my feet. I used to sometimes have to bind them. I said I felt as though my feet were broken, and I'd bind them with bandages. I'd rub them with castor oil and bandage them. And then after a while, they would feel a bit better. But it was, every step was pain. I couldn't get upstairs properly. And I suddenly noticed I couldn't go up on my tippy toes anymore. So I realized that, you know, I really have a major issue. In the first week, the pain lessened dramatically, and it has continued to incrementally decline, because it didn't go totally. And I thought, oh, I wonder if things are happening. And I realized that what we're told is that I may have had somewhere else that was more inflamed at that time because I do battle with gut and that type of thing. And I think it was busy fixing all sorts of places. But certainly I'm glad it doesn't just go like that, because then I'd wonder where it went. It can't be too magic, you know? And it just eases every day. And I feel I can walk without pain. I can go upstairs without hanging onto someone or onto a railing. Play a bit of football with my grandson. And my life has changed. I certainly feel younger than I have in a long, long time. It's a good 10 years younger. So now I'm waiting for my skin to follow suit as we go along. And I'm sure it will happen. But it is an amazing journey. And I must say, all round wellness, I just feel so much better. Thank you, Live Wave.
Awesome testimonial, Joanne. It's great what you're saying here about patching here. I find that interesting. You know, we know where the, let's say, the best places are behind your back or under the belly button, but I think all of us just move it around. I know with my husband as well, putting in the Eon here when he had a very bad toothache, you know, things like that. And it's so nice that you can actually, there's no hard and fast rule. You can play around. I know Stef, when he started, you know, he played around a lot with the patches in different places, and that's great. And so thank you for sharing that. And it's really great hearing with your feet, hearing everything's. Thank you so much for sharing that. Appreciate that. Marinda, seems like you want to tell us something. I'd love to hear.
I have a lot to tell you. I'm
Awesome.
also maybe about nearly 4 months on the patches. I learned from the patches from my sister. You know, she got MS very bad now, maybe for 26 years. And she was really struggling nowadays with walking. You know, she can't walk on her own. She always must be in this trolley or in a wheelchair. And if she wants to move around, she must touch this side. And really, this one leg was like a cement block. She was dragging along with her. So she really struggled. And she sent me a video the one day, working with a stick in the garden. Actually, what's going on? Why are you sending me this old video? I said, no, I took it this morning. Actually, what? You were walking on your own. What happened to you? Then she said, no, she's discovered these patches. Actually, I can't believe it. She's wearing it for 7 days. It was like a miracle for me. I immediately ordered myself a packet. I don't even know what else was going on with this X59, but I ordered myself a sleeve. And I started immediately to patch myself. And because, you know, in 2019, I had a big lung operation, a thoracotomy, because there was a clot in my lung. And I suffered extremely, very, very much pain, like 24/7 a day. So since 2019, I was drinking these pain tablets, Lyrica, all the stuff just to live, to move around during the day and to do my daily tasks. And when I see my sister using this patch, I said, this must work for me. So I started patching myself, and in 3 weeks, that pain was totally gone. I don't drink any pain tablet anymore.
Wow.
So that is for myself a miracle. Just to be pain-free after this years of pain every single second of the day. And even I have an arm operation. 2010, they it was a big arm operation. I don't even know what did I do, but this arm gave me also much of trouble because the nerves in my elbow and from my shoulder, there's something not like it. I always tell me it's like a prisoner that's getting out of prison and is running free. You don't know where to go. It's like crazy, crazy, crazy. This is what this nerve feels. It's just all over the place. And even that nerve settled down. Nowadays, I still have a flare up, but I'm patching it every day, or every second day with something else, like something else, iron, glutathione, whatever, and it helped. It really helps. So this arm is my arm again. So I'm very, very glad. And even like to talk about the toothache, the same happened to me on the weekend. I had this terrible toothache here, and I put the iron. And because I only got the appointment yesterday, it really helped. It really helped for that toothache. Better than all this other, whatever they tell you to do, the Aeon is the best. Yeah. And my daughter, I want to tell you about my daughter. She injured her leg in 2023 January. She fell off a step at work. And she injured her ankle. It was in the beginning not like severe something like broke or sprain or something, but that ankle was so hurt. She was for 7 months on crutches, not supposed to put down her feet on the ground. She couldn't put weight on that foot because that they said a bone in her leg, there was blood in the bone or something like that. So if she put weight on, that bone would shatter. So she wasn't supposed to put weight on that leg. So she was like humping around for 7 months on one leg in terrible pain. Terrible, terrible pain. When she started walking again, that leg was so, oh, shame. You know, I was heartbroken because you want to help your child and you don't know how. And she went to all this pain remedies, and the list of medications she drank was like this, just to relieve that pain on her foot. And she went for pain shocks and everything. And when I start using this, I said, come here, I'm going to patch you this patch. I'm telling you, it was like not even a month. Then she's pain-free. She's jumping on that foot. She's running on that foot. When you go back to the doctor the other day for a checkup, the doctor said, oh, it's you again. I don't know what to tell you now because I don't know how to treat you. I'm having now all the stickers of the pain specialist. I'm going to send you to a pain clinic now. I'm done with you now. I can't help you anymore. So I said, no, it's no use. I'm pain-free. Look at me. I'm jumping on this foot. So that specialist was and said, what? What are you using? Give me that things. So immediately advertisement. So she's also pain-free now. I mean, she's 29 years old to have a life back also. And that is all only X39. And Ice Wave is a miracle patch. Yeah.
Wow, Marinda, I'm blown away. I mean, I sit here with cold shivers. You've got an awesome testimonial. It's going to change so many people's lives. Last night in the call, Candace said, everybody that I know and care for will hear about this because I cannot keep this from the people that I care for. You cannot keep quiet. So thank you for sharing this. This is wow. And that your sister with the MS gives so much hope to people who are feeling that they're in a hopeless situation. Your daughter, your own pain, it's incredible. So thank you for sharing that. It's been, wow, really blown away by that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Malika, would you maybe like to share?
Hi, everyone. So I think I've obviously been using the patches since July. And I've also had my own interesting experiences so far. One specifically has been I used to suffer really badly from migraines. And since I've been patching, it progressively got better. So it obviously wasn't, like the first month I started patching and it was completely gone. But it, went from like a migraine that used to have me out of action for like 2-3 days. It then would get like to more like a headache or whatever, like and then I'd obviously just put some ice wave on my forehead and stuff as we progressed. I think by about month 3, so July, August, September, yes, into the month of October, I can actually say for the first time I haven't experienced any migraines. Like, and even when I've gotten a bit of a headache, it's been very mild in comparison to what I've experienced in the past. So that has been one of my definite experiences and benefits that I've had with the X39 as well as Ice Wave. And I've also incorporated Aeon as a patch that I've used regularly. And needless to say, I actually had an experience where we were doing a little game with our kids and whatever. So I have like a 19-year-old son, and we were doing some exercises, burpees. And on my last burpee or whatever, I ended up like completely losing my footing or whatever. And all I felt was pain in my knee, pain in my ankle. And I thought, oh my God, I must have broken something, right? Immediately, you know, obviously my kids, my hubby, they all been patching and whatever. So when I was like, oh my goodness, you know, and then they went, got the patches and stuff. We put Ice Wave on, and I think I had Aeon on as well. And look, it didn't go immediately away, but the next morning, so I obviously went to bed, all of these type of things, but I mean, I was like from a 0 pain to like a 10 pain when this happened, right? So it was like really, really painful, and this is why I thought I must have broken something. The next morning, I woke up and I literally was down to like a pain level of maybe 2 or 3. You know, so I just said, you know what, let me just pace myself and whatever. I took it easy for one day. And then the next day I was like, oh wow, like this is feeling even better than the previous day, right? And I then decided to take a walk. But you know that where your brain is saying one thing and your body saying another thing, and there's like a major disconnect here, right? Because it's like, are you sure you want to do this walk right now? Because you know you just hurt yourself, right? So don't you want to like rather just wait before you attempt to do like this? And it must have been probably like a kilometer plus, okay? Anywho, like then said, no, but I'm feeling fine, you know, so let me do it, right? That evening, I was in agony. And then I was like, oh my gosh, it was way too soon, right? So I think one of my lessons learned is that the patches are absolutely amazing, right? And they really, really do amazing things for our bodies. However, our bodies also need the time to heal and recoup, right? So even though it feels, oh, well, you know, I'm ready to go and whatever, sometimes you just need a few more days for it to, you know, like settle properly to the point where, like, if you press on it, if you, you know, do any of those type of things, that you don't feel any pain whatsoever, right? And I think that was my one big lesson learned, is that even though it did feel good, it still wasn't yet ready for me to be doing such walks, right? And then what I just continue doing is I actually started putting the X39 patch on my ankle, and then I was still doing the Aeon and the Ice Wave on my knee as well. And I think probably within about 3 to 5 days, that's when I actually felt, wow, like as in it was the pain that was in that area was like completely, you know, like gone. So yes, so I think that would be 2 key ones for me, would have been my migraines, as well as this, when I obviously just had a bit of a fall. And, you know, my experience from that is obviously just allowing our body sometimes to do the necessary healing that it can do. But obviously sometimes we rush it, you know. Yeah. So that would be from me.
Thank you so much. I think you touch on 2 very important points. And the one is the fact that it's not a quick fix. Even though we get many one patch wonder stories, the idea is, I always say to people that, you know, you have to realize that you have to invest into your health. It's an investment in your health. It's not a quick fix. And even though we tell these great stories, hearing stories like yours with the migraine specifically, you know, realizing it's a process. That's what we're busy with. And then the other thing is that even if the pain receptors have been touched and you don't feel any pain, you shouldn't be stupid and do things. You know, if you broke your finger, you can still be pain-free, but don't go and do funny things with your finger now. And I think that's very important as well. I just want to touch to something that happened to me this weekend. I was with some people, and the lady said to me, can I please tell her husband about the patches? And I said, why? And he said, no, he's got a frozen shoulder for the last month and a half. And he showed me, you just do it like this, and he could lift his arm like 45 degrees and then just do that with his hand, but he couldn't move anything. He showed me this arm, he could do that, but this arm, it was like 45 degrees. And I patched him, prayed for him, patched for him with X30, with Aeon in the back of his neck. And then I put the pain patch, the Ice Wave, one in front and one of the back. And after about 15 minutes, I said to him, how are you feeling? Because the pain was 10 out of 10 before that. And he started doing this and he started moving his arms around. And I said, no, slow down, you know. But he could actually move both his arms up. But I just said, you know, don't go and do stupid things now because the pain is gone. Because then the next day I went and he lifted heavy stuff and things like that. But regardless of that, I mean, that was a really one patch wonder. But I think just be wise. And your story really brings that to home as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Stef?
Yeah,
Sorry, Stef, you still want to
just-
say something?
Just something I want to say when I listen to people, there's a lot of people that struggle with pain and other people struggle with other issues. And today it was quite interesting. We're talking about knee pains and migraines and feet that you couldn't walk on. And I don't think people that are not in constant pain understand how serious it is for us that are in constant pain. How much that pain affects our well-being, our way of life, the things that we do. I'm actually almost ready because I'm just very unfit and my legs haven't got a lot of exercise in. So I'm just getting that ready. But this summer I will be walking on the beach again with my wife, something I haven't done for more than 4 years because I could not walk on the beach. That pain. So when it comes to pain management and getting rid of pain, that is for us that suffer from pain an absolute life-changing thing.
Yes, my sister always says that if you broke your arm, people see your arm as in a cast and they are sorry for you. But if you have these pains that people can't see, people don't have that empathy for you because they can't see it. And it can be very depressing and it stops your life. As you were saying, Stef, my sister Esma has got the same experience. Pain has stopped her from living her life. And now as well, after 6 or 7 months, for the first time in many, many years, she can actually walk on the beach, can do things that you couldn't do. And it's life-changing. Yeah. And that's why you will never stop talking about it because it's changed your life. Okay. So, okay, guys, I'm going to go over to the rest. Stef is just going to share one more screen. Just get there. Picture, and then I will go on to talk about the business opportunity and the company. Thanks, Stef.
Yeah. Okay. Earlier on, I said the website, thisitinfo.com. You can take a screenshot of this. You can ask the person that invited you to send you the link. But that website has got all the medical information on, all the research that was done, and it has got a wealth of testimonials in about every possible thing that we can think of. Heart problems, skin problems, sleep problems, pain problems, you name it, MS, etc., etc. There's a lot of testimonials on there. But at the end of the day, and I'm saying this, we believe it when it works for us. We believe it when it works for our friends and our family. Once you see what it can do for other people, you will not stop sharing this with the people that you care for. So this is info.com, very important site. Go and have a look, go play around there and listen to some absolute amazing testimonials. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Stef. You did an awesome job. Thank you so much. I'm just going to quickly say my name is Amanda Uys, and I don't live very far from Stef, also in the Garden Route in South Africa. And I learned about LifeWave in the beginning of the year, and I was so skeptical. I said, no ways, this little patch can't do anything. And the person that I learned about it, that she was working with people with pain. And, you know, as you say, Stef, if you don't have pain constantly, you don't actually realize what people are going through. So I was thinking, oh, how many people are there that's in pain? How can you now make a living from that? But in the meantime, I've realized that almost everybody either has pain or know somebody who has pain. Anyway, so I was negative until it happened to myself where I got COVID. I couldn't get healed. And after one patch, suddenly my life was changed. I'm not going to go into that now, but I started looking into the business opportunity. And of course, you evaluate a lot of things. And this is what I found then. Just get right. So I found that this company is already 20 years old. This is an older slide. Company is already 20 years old. And as Stef was saying, in 2020, the X39 came onto the market. And since then, the company just exploded. So it went from a $20 million company in 2021 to $320 million in 2022, 430 million in 2023. They say this year we are on our way to 600 million and they expect $1 billion company in 2025. So this company has just grown tremendously, especially since X39 came onto the market. And this is because it actually works. As we've heard all the testimonies, people need help and this products work. So the company is already open in more than 80 countries. And the biggest thing is that this is not a Me Too product. Most other companies have got people that have the same kind of products, maybe weight loss, skincare, supplements. You know, there's lots of products out there. Problem is when the economy starts hurting people, people go for cheaper options. Maybe not better options, but cheaper options. And we are in the unique position where we are the only people that can supply LifeWave patches to people. This light therapy patches, there's nothing else in the world like this. And like Stef was saying, the patents, the X39 patent still has 16 years where nobody else can supply people with what we can supply them with. So we are in a unique place to change the world. So LifeWave is now ranked as the #1 momentum company in the world. This is per businessforhome.org. And if you go there, you can just compare a lot of companies and you can see how LifeWave is #1 and just growing even more. Oh my word, this is an old presentation, but it's, oh gosh, just thinking I was going to have old stuff on there, but no problem. This is the sales in 2023. So we are in the fortunate position that this is a team which we all belong to. The sales in 2023 of the team outgrew the sales of the company, LifeWave company in the world. So this is really great. So at this stage, I'd like to ask you, you are here on this call. What is the most important in your life? What are your dreams and your goals? Is it more family time? Want to have more, want to be more around your family? Do you want more freedom, security, want to travel, better health, less debt? Let's see what you want and how LifeWave can help you achieve that. Right, so how does the compensation plan work? I'm not going to go into too much detail. The person who invited you here will explain to you in more detail, but I just want to quickly explain how you can be rewarded and earn an income in LifeWave. There's 4 ways. The first way is the normal retail, buy and sell. What's nice is you don't never have to carry any stock because you will get, the moment you join up, you will get your own website. And if somebody wants these products, they can just go to your website, place the order, and LifeWave will deliver it to them. They sort out the money, you get your commission, so it's very easy. The next way is when you introduce other people into LifeWave, into the team. Every time you introduce somebody, you will get what we call a PIB, product introduction bonus. So you get rewarded for bringing people into the team and giving them the opportunity to buy their products at discount price as well. The third way is where you can see this picture here, where you've got yourself and then you've got a left team and a right team. We call it the binary, which means 2. There's just a left team and a right team. And it's actually so simple that people find it difficult to understand because our minds want to go all over like the traditional network marketing. And this is just the 2 teams. All you have to do is work towards being a manager. And that is so easy as getting 2 people on your left, getting 2 people on your right on a certain level. And as they order, points are connected to the orders. And when you reach a certain level, you will get a team commission. We call it a cycle bonus of $50. And there's no limit to how many cycle bonuses you can get. On the manager level, it will be up to $1,500. But in the end, it can go up to $25,000 per week. And what's great is you get paid per week. And you get paid in dollars, which is very nice, especially in the South African context. And there's a fourth way then as well, and that is the matching bonuses. So what this is, it's very, very nice. It's as you help people in your team to become successful, you get rewarded for that. So let's say Stef is my first line, and when he gets paid the cycle bonuses, let's say he gets $1,000 cycle bonus, I, as his sponsor, me as his sponsor will get 25% of that. Not of his money, but Life will pay me. So let's say Marinda joined under Stef. She will then be my second line. And as Marinda earns cycle bonuses, I will then get 20% of everything. And the same in the third line, also 20%. So this is what this does, is it helps you to help the people in your team to become successful. And that's why you'll see this. Everybody on this call is not in the same team, but we all help each other and we help the people in your team and everywhere to become successful. And then in the end, everybody wins. So I just really love this business opportunity. For some people, they don't want the business opportunity, and that's fine. If you just want to join the company so that you can buy your products at discount with no, what is the word now? But nobody will tell you have to buy something at a certain time. Nobody will tell you have to join people. Then that's fine as well. I love giving the option to people where they can just register so that they can get the discounted price. If one day they want to do the business, they can. If they don't want to, they don't have to. But this is for me a great way to help people to get the best patches, best product at the best price. Okay. So where do you start now? As I say, I cleaned up my computer a little bit, so obviously went back to the old screen. You'll see it talks about silver, gold, and diamond, but you're going to start where you can start. It's now called Core, Advanced, and Premium. And what it just means is this is almost a way to buy in bulk. The more products you buy, the cheaper you get it. And the person who invited you will explain to you how you're going to get it. I could only start on the most basic patches. Started with one X39 when I joined up, and that's great because it means that anybody can make a success of this if you want to, if this is what you want. Ideally, you would want to stay active, which means you want to buy one sleeve of patches every month, but that is if you want to, when you want to do the business, but that's you and your sponsor will discuss that. There's nobody that's going to tell you you have to do anything, and I love that. All right, let's see the next screen. So once you join, you will get access to a website called thisisitteam.com. And here you will learn how to run your business, how to speak to people, how to invite people. But it's so easy. You literally just have to get a result, like everybody here is already getting a result, wanting to tell other people about it because you want to help other people and inviting them to these calls. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to do everything. Everything is set up for you. Just keep it simple and this business will work for you. A lot of people join this company, register with this company, start telling other people because they want to have a way to get their own patches for free. And this is one way that you can also do it. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity. So now is your time to make a move. And I want to ask you, are you serious about your dream? Maybe your dream is just to be healthy. Like many of us started just because we were desperate to get healthy, to feel better, to be without pain. Maybe your dream is you want to have financial freedom. Maybe you want to go on holidays. Maybe you want to have more time with your family. Now is the time to make a decision and to know that there is hope. With X39, your whole life can change. And that is why we are here. So I'm going to stop the sharing now. And I'm also going to stop the recording just to keep it short on the recording. And then we'll open it up. Anybody who's got questions can ask. Let me just quickly stop it. So I want to say thank you, Stef, for presenting with me. Thank you, Joanne, Marinda, Malika, Esther for being here, but everybody's sharing because you make this a success. By sharing your story, you give hope to the guests. And I want to thank you for that.